Alright, hello. Welcome to a movement tutorial for Portal 1. So this is going to be for ABH, which is accelerated back hopping, AFH, which is accelerated forward hopping, and ASH, which I'm sure you can guess, accelerated side hopping. So I'll cover all three. So the first and just most common is ABH, back hopping. Now, the most common way to do this is to just jump forward and crouch, and then turn around in midair, and then just start spamming scroll wheels every time you're about to hit the ground. So, like, looks like that. And you gain a lot of speed. That part of it is pretty easy. Pretty easy to get down. Once you can do that, the hardest part is mastering it. Oh, I should probably also mention you can start in ABH by moving backwards instead of starting from forward, so you can just jump backwards like that. You don't need to start forwards. Still works. But once you can do that, the hardest part is mastering this and adding in air strafing, which is pretty much just moving left and right and then moving your mouse in the opposite direction. So you might know what bunny hopping is, where you go like this. You move your mouse in the same direction that you're holding on your keyboard. So if I'm holding A on my keyboard, I'm moving my mouse to the left and jumping. And you should gain speed. And then of course vice versa, holding D on your keyboard, moving your mouse to the right. Anyway, hopping forwards doesn't really work in Portal that well. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. But when you're moving backwards, you want to be doing the opposite. So if I'm holding A, instead of moving my mouse to the left, I'm moving my mouse to the right when I'm moving backwards. So I'll jump backwards, and then as soon as I do this jump, I'm going to switch to holding A and move my mouse to the right. And that is going to turn me. Now it's going to turn me and also give me speed. And that a bit of extra speed helps make this jump. Like you could see if I'm not doing this air strafe, I just like jump and I start out pretty slow. Like the jumps are at the beginning are pretty slow. Like you'll eventually gain the speed, but the hops at first are just pretty slow. But if I incorporate air strafing in there, you can see I just immediately start out pretty fast and get more speed if I wouldn't do that. So it also helps with getting around corners. Like, for example, if I need to get around this corner, I'll just go like that, which is I jump backwards and then just hold A and move my mouse to the right. And then of course vice versa, jump backwards, move your mouse to the left and hold D, jump around the corner. So now you of course wouldn't be able to do that if you didn't do the air strafing. Like if I was trying to get around the corner, it just you're just kind of screwed. You don't. So that's the biggest thing with getting proficient at ABH, is getting the A and D and the mouse movement fluid, so you can really gain some speed. A good exercise you can start out with is just crouching and then just trying to do that A and D mouse movement, and just never holding back or forward ever. Just starting from a complete standstill, and you'll get the speed. So you can start it from backwards, just like before. But yeah, just really work on that A and D movement. That is really the most important thing here. Just really work on that A and D movement. In the beginning of your jump, it depends on how you move your mouse on which key you want to start off with. If you move your mouse to the right when you start your ABH, like this, then you want to hold A, and you're going to get a lot more speed than if you were just not holding anything. So you hold A. If I just hold A the entire time after my first ABH, I'll get a lot of speed still. So I'm only holding A and crouch that whole time. Right after the first jump, I just switched to A and crouch, and I'm just scrolling. So it's this turning motion gives you that little bit of extra speed in the beginning, and then again, vice versa, holding D if you move your mouse to the left. So you can kind of, even if I just hold D the whole time, you can, or A the whole time or whatever, you can kind of still change where you go, just depending on how where you look. So, but you know, you obviously want to switch back and forth so you don't kill your speed. Kind of like that. But yeah, just really work on that. Try and get the A and D movement down. That's probably the best way I can explain it. And then just to go over the other two forms of movement, which is accelerated forward hopping and accelerated side hopping. The accelerated forward hopping I'll go over first. You can't start a forward hop from just a normal jump. It just won't work. You just don't have enough speed. So you have to either do one of two things. Start with an ABH first, do an ABH, and then switch to a forward hop. How to do a forward hop is you just hold S instead. You just do the exact same movements as before, except you just hold S when you're moving forward. So, you just start it off and then just hold S, and then you're just going forwards. So this is pretty useful in Chamber 10. I'll cover that in a second. The other way to start an AFH is to do the air strafing I was talking about earlier. So you would hold, you do a jump and then you'd hold like A or D, depending on where you go. You'd hold A to do this big air strafe to get more airspeed, and then right before you hit the ground is when you hit S. So kind of like this, and then you can start it. So that was really bad. That was also really bad. You can get like a pretty good speed. Oh my god, I suck right now. Anyway, that's the other way of starting it. So AFH isn't used as much in Portal. The one that's used the least is accelerated side hopping, where you do the same start, except you hold S and you look kind of to the side. It's kind of weird. So you kind of like this. I mean, it's pretty much an AFH, but you just kind of go sideways. Pretty much is all it is. Super hard. I suck at ASH. But I mean, it's pretty much the same shit. You're just kind of it's kind of a way of turning while doing an AFH. I suck at ASH. Holy hell! It's never used in Portal, so I don't really practice it that much. It's used a lot in like Half-Life 2. Oh my god, I suck. Sort of like that. I don't know. It's not really that useful, so I wouldn't really worry about it if you're playing Portal. If you're playing Half-Life 2, then you might want to look into it. But big ones are going to be ABH and AFH. So try and work on those, but really trying to hammer in the A and D movement. You know, really starting off the ABH with A, just immediately, as soon as you do the jump, switch to either A or D, depending on however you turn. Turn to the right, hold A, turn to the left, hold D. And that will give you a lot of speed for the first jump and just make everything a hell of a lot easier because you can control where you're going to go. You know, if I want to like, oh, I'm moving too far to the right, oh, and then I'm just going to hold A and move my mouse to the right to turn left. That sounds confusing, but you know, you'll get there. Just keep trying to hammer it in. I said I was going to show this really quick where AFH is used in chamber 10 here, just to kind of show it off, just by doing that. But really just work on the A and D movement because it really helps. Good luck and thanks for watching.